14 consistent lies that everyone tells. Let's be honest, sometimes we all lie. Sometimes it takes skill to pull off a complex trick, like when you call in sick to work and make sure your fake cough and sniffles sound real at just the right times. But most of the time, we use harmless white lies to get through normal life. Making up these little lies helps us stay out of awkward situations and protect our feelings. The following are some of the most common lies we say every day. Number 1, how are you? I'm fine. This is likely the lie that everyone believes. At this point, it's almost like a habit. It seems like our mouths move on their own when someone asks us how we are, and we automatically say, I'm fine. How are you? It doesn't matter how happy or sad we are, the automatic answer stays the same. The person who is being asked will usually say the same thing, saying they are good as well. It keeps relationships smooth and keeps us from having to deal with the awkwardness of dumping our emotional baggage on someone who is probably just making small talk. Number 2, that's interesting. There are times when we're stuck in a talk that isn't very interesting. When someone says, that's interesting, we say it with all our might so we don't seem rude. This saying can be used almost anywhere, whether someone is talking about their stamp collection or a boring day at work. This little lie helps people keep up appearances. We use it as a verbal filler to show that we're listening, even if our minds are elsewhere. Number 3, I'm fine. Another old favorite. People who notice something is wrong and ask a few more questions usually get us to say, I'm fine. It's a screen that keeps people from asking us more questions and keeps us from looking weak. No matter if we're stressed, having a bad day, or dealing with personal problems, saying, I'm fine, is the easiest way to get through the day without having to talk about our problems every time. Putting on a brave face comes to mind when you hear this. Number 4, my phone has been acting funny. We use this reason all the time when we have been ignoring calls or texts. We can easily avoid people we don't want to talk to by saying our phones aren't working right. This lie gives us a good technological reason to be quiet, whether it's because we're tired of talking to people or just don't want to have certain talks. We don't have to accept that we didn't want to talk because the blame is put on something inanimate. This is also an excuse that is often taken in this day and age where tech problems are common. Number 5, I didn't even see you there. Everyone has dodged someone in public at some point. If you are caught later, saying, I didn't even see you there, is the best way to hide what you did. This lie protects both your image and the other person's feelings, so they don't have to feel the pain of being ignored on purpose. It's a safe way to handle awkward situations, and it works especially well in small towns or places of work where you'll be running into people you know. Number 6, just kidding. Yes, the biggest backpedal ever. Put just kidding at the end of a joke or comment that doesn't work or is too harsh to take. This phrase gives us a quick way out. We can take back what we said and avoid any awkwardness or anger that might have been caused. It's basically a vocal undo button that lets us see how funny or honest we are. It helps us work with social norms and figure out how people will behave while keeping risks to a minimum. Number 7, this will only take a minute. For fun, we tell this lie to make things seem less awful. Things rarely only take a minute, but making things seem like they don't take long makes it easier to get others or ourselves on board. This lie works especially well at work or when doing jobs around the house, where people's sense of time can affect their willingness to take part. It's a way to get people to act or work together without being too much for them. Number 8, I have plans that day. That old reason we use when we don't want to accept an offer. We don't have to explain why we're saying no when we can just say, I've got plans that day. This lie helps us keep our social schedule on our own terms, whether we really do have plans or just want to stay home. It's a general lie that can be used to avoid anything from a feared gathering to an inconvenient meeting. By using this as an excuse, we can put our own needs and wants first and avoid being offended or feeling guilty. Number 9. It wasn't that expensive. When we buy something that costs more than we'd like to say, we sometimes play down the price. We lie when we want to avoid being judged or when we want to feel better about spending a lot of money. It helps us explain our buying habits and keep other people from looking funny at our money choices. This lie comes in handy when talking about purchases with family, friends, or a partner who may not agree with your spending habits. Number 10. That makes sense. And if they describe something that we don't fully understand, we just nod and say, "That makes sense." It's a way to hide our confusion while making it look like we're interested and understand. This lie keeps the talk going and keeps the other person from feeling like they need to explain again. It can help you in personal and business situations where being honest about your confusion might feel awkward or heavy. We can keep the conversation going by acting like we understand and come back to the subject later if we need to. Number 11. I'm almost done. This is a lie we tell ourselves and others to feel better. When we say, "I'm almost done," we set realistic goals and give ourselves a little extra time to finish what we're doing. This lie helps us stay focused on the job at hand and keeps other people from getting impatient. This is a way to keep us going that helps us reach the finish line, no matter how far we still have to go. Number 12. It's not you, it's me. We've all told this lie to end a relationship without making the other person feel bad. It may be a cliche, but you know what? When we say, "It's not you, it's me," we take blame for the end of the relationship and imply that the problems are with us, not our partner. This method can help both sides feel respected and treated with honor. In this way, direct blame is avoided and upset feelings are kept to a minimum. Number 13. I need to go. This is the best way to get out of a talk or situation quickly. "I have to run" is a very broad phrase that can be used for many different reasons to leave, and most people don't question it. We can gracefully leave without having to go into details because of this lie. It's a polite way to organize our time and energy so we don't bother other people or get stuck in conversations we don't want to have. Number 14. Let's get together soon. A nice goodbye comment that is often said without meaning to. Saying, "Let's hang out soon," is a friendly way to keep the door open for future conversations that probably won't happen. People who know each other or have casual friendships often tell this lie when they want to meet up but haven't actually planned to. It helps us end conversations on a positive note without making firm plans that we might not stick to. Which of these little white lies do you tell the most? What if you think you're not telling them? Again, you're lying. If you like this content, please subscribe, like, and share. Don't forget to click the notification bell. That way, you'll be notified of our next post. Warm regards and thanks for watching.